everyone against everyone, or one notebook and a single walk. Why is one so much faster? Pattern 4 of 10 in the NBX STUDIO Dojo, HashMap. The one that buys you instant lookup, and the one people reach for without being able to say why it's fast. Here the giveaways are about memory rather than order. Frequency, or count how many times, which is a tally, and a tally wants a map. Duplicate, or have I seen this before? Anagram, which is just two frequency tallies compared. And two sum on an unsorted array, because with no sorting you cannot two-pointer it. If the array is sorted and you need a pair, go back to pattern 1 instead. Ask yourself whether you keep needing to look something up. If you do, write it down. Pairing every person with every other person. With 4 people that's 6 pairs, which is fine. With 1,000 it's 500,000. With 1,000,000 it's 500 billion. Walking with a notebook covers the room once for 4 people, once for 1,000, and once for 1,000,000. One pass, whatever the size, and the cost of a lookup does not grow with the number of things you have written down. That last part is the bit worth understanding. You're at a party, and everybody has a number printed on their shirt. You need to find 2 people whose numbers add up to 9. Standing in line you have 2, 7, 11, and 15 in that order, and you can only walk the line once. You could make every person to stand next to every other person and check, which works and takes forever. Or you could carry a notebook and write down each person as you pass them. That notebook is the whole idea, which means everything else here is bookkeeping. Scene equals empty braces creates the notebook. In Python, those braces make a dictionary, which is a set of pairs, the way a phone book pairs a name with a number. Ours pairs a shirt number with the position we met them at, and right now it is empty, because we have not met anybody yet. This line starts the walk. Enumerate hands us 2 things at once. The position, I, and the number on the shirt, number. So we meet 2, then 7, then 11, then 15. One walk, one person at a time, and no going back, which is why the notebook has to exist at all. First person, shirt number 2, standing at position 0. Complement equals target minus number, so 9 minus 2 is 7. Read that as a question, not a calculation. It's you saying, I've got a 2, so to reach 9 I need a 7, and I need one I've already walked past. Is there a 7 in the notebook? Empty, so no. Nothing to match against. Nobody is behind us yet, which means there is nothing to match, exactly as you'd expect from the first person in the line. Straight from the dojo. We just wrote down that person 2 is standing at position 0. Why bother? Just for fun. Because somebody later might need a 2 to complete their pair. Or to count how many 2s there are. Have a think, and pause the video if you like a moment. Ready? Because somebody later might need a 2. Every person we write down is a favor to somebody further along the line, and that is what saves the second loop. So scene of number equals I, which reads as, I saw the number 2 at position 0. Into the notebook it goes. One line, written once, and never touched again. Why bother writing it at all, when this person did not match? Because somebody further down the line might need a 2, and we want the answer waiting rather than a second walk through the room. Now look at where that line sits, because this is the one people actually ship. The check comes first and the right comes after it, never the other way round. If we wrote the number down before asking whether we had seen it, then a 4 with a target of 8 would look in the notebook, find itself, and hand back the same position twice. A pair of one person. Order matters, which is why the check comes first. Next person, shirt number 7, at position 1. Complement is 9 minus 7, which is 2, so they need a 2. Here is the moment the whole pattern exists for. Instead of walking back down the line looking for a 2, we ask the notebook instead. There it is, a 2, met at position 0. That question took the same amount of time it would have taken with 1,000,000 entries in the book, and that's what a hash map buys you. Return scene of complement, I. Scene of complement is where we met the 2, position 0. And I is where we are now, position 1. So the answer is 0 and 1. 2 people out of 4 found on step 2, and we never looked at 11 or 15. We walked the line once forwards, and the notebook did all the remembering. That's the shape of almost every hash map problem you'll meet. One more, and interviewers do follow up with this. A hash map lookup is called constant time. What does that actually mean? That it takes 0 time. That the time does not grow as the map gets bigger. Or that it's always faster than an array. Have a think, and pause here if you want longer. Ready? The time does not grow with size. A lookup in a map holding 1,000,000 entries costs about what it costs in one holding 10. Nothing here is free, and an interviewer will ask. Time went from n squared to n, which is an enormous win. But space went from constant up to n, because in the worst case the notebook ends up holding every single person in the room. 2 pointers, by comparison, uses no extra memory at all, but it demands a sorted array. So the honest answer is that you are spending memory to buy time. Say that out loud when you propose it, because naming the trade is what makes it sound deliberate rather than lucky. For to go and do. To-sum, which is the one we just wrote, contains duplicate, which is the simplest have I seen this in existence. Valid anagram, which is 2 tallies compared. And group anagrams, where the key you choose is the whole puzzle. 3 things to take with you. The signal is have I seen this before, in any of its disguises. The move is to write down what you pass, so the answer is a lookup instead of a search. And the trade is memory for time, which you should name before you're asked. Next in the dojo is the stack, which is what you reach for when the order things were opened in, is the thing that matters. Go and do to-sum first in one pass.